Do you think there should be more volatility in these kind of events? Like, I mean, one guy moved into the top 70. What was that? Chris Kirk played his way into the top 70. Does it need to be more volatile at the end of the season and in the playoffs, or do you think the season should speak for itself? And if you play great, a couple of weeks, to finish, you could maybe move a little bit.
Rick Gaiman had this idea on Twitter, which I kind of liked, where he said once the playoffs begin, you wipe away all the points. And if you want volatility, that's your way to do it. I think you think about other sports, and like if the Chiefs get knocked out first round, they're knocked out first round. Like just because you're almost undefeated in the regular season doesn't mean you automatically get to go to the Super Bowl. So
yeah.
I think that's an interesting way to look at it. I think the volatility, it's just weird this year with the Tour Championship, like not meaning anything almost like qualifying wise. And so I feel like this week is the big week. And I think we're lucky to actually have some marquee names on that bubble. So I'm hoping for volatility. So yeah, to answer your question, I just went every which way. I walked all the way around that question, Shane. I'm now on the back end of it. To answer your question, yes, I wish there was more volatility.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes we can forget, like the PGA Tour can forget about this as well. There are sports where the championship game is not the most interesting part of the season. Like I specifically think about March Madness, right? Mm-hmm. The last game is not that interesting for 95% of consumers. But the first weekend is the most interesting because there's so much happening. All these games are being played. People's colleges are in the tournament. They're trying to knock people off Cinderella's brackets, all these things. And the fact that last week and this week could, in theory, be the most interesting is also okay, right? That's okay if you promote it the correct way. And I think sometimes it's been this, how do we make the final event the biggest deal? And the fact is the final event's not that interesting. The golf course is fine. It's not the most interesting golf course they play. It's hotter than hell in Atlanta. Guys are exhausted, end of the season, 30 names. Staggered start didn't help. But now the fact that, now you're playing for a boatload of money, they're always playing for a boatload of money. That's great. But like, if you promote this week as the most interesting week, then I think you could maybe get a little bit more juice out of this specific tournament.
Yeah, and one thing I would love to see, the math would have to shake out perfectly. It's 1 in a billion chance, but maybe they can fudge the FedEx Cup numbers moving forward, is on these cutoff tournaments, I'd love to see playoffs. Like, just not like, okay, if this guy makes a double bogey and this guy makes a birdie, he's in the next one. It's like, okay, these guys are tied. These 4 guys are tied for 1 spot going into the BMW Championship playoff. Like that's something that adds a lot of juice, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you can promote. Like it's an easy thing to promote and sell. And, at the end of the Wyndham, you have, instead of having one guy in and one guy out, you have guys make this final 5 or final 6, for 1 spot, and you go have a playoff on the back end. I mean, it's almost like when the Olympics, we had those bronze medal playoffs. Still good TV. Was still interesting, was still something to play for, even if it wasn't for first place. But yeah, I mean, listen, all we like to do as golf people, especially in the media, is just come up with ideas that are never going to happen. That's like one of the true keys for young people out there. One of the true keys to media success, I guess we'll call it, is just always throwing out ideas that probably don't make any sense in logistics. So, yeah, that's that. We got Justin Ray coming up in just a bit. We're going to jump into some stats with him, and a lot of that's going to be around Scotty. No Rory this week, right? He's out?
No Rory this week. To your point, we could have gone like 71 through 75 playoff for Rory spot.
Ooh, see?
Just make it an even 70.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Throw the balls down and let's get after it. But plenty more to come. All righty, we are into the playoffs. FedEx St. Jude, TPC Southwind, par 70, 7,200 yards. Got to hit it straight. Ton of water in play at this golf course. Everybody playing for that top 50 position. We mentioned some of the names earlier in the show. Time now for a little can win, can't win, and our picks. You picked you pick our boy last week, Patrick? Did you pick Cam Young?
Cam Young, of course, on the can win. I think that's now 12 weeks in a row for us. correctly in the can win categories. Do not
People
go back.
chirping us all the time in the comments. I mean, come on. The numbers speak for themselves, guys.
Yeah, don't go back and check that record. So shout out to Luke in the comments. Take a lap, pal. We hope you come back and listen. Hope you come back and listen.
Thanks for listening, by the way. Appreciate that. You want to kick us off with Can Win?
Yeah, this is.
Hold on, before you do it, I want to say this right now. I'm gonna guess 2 of 3 names are the same with our picks. That's my guess.
I'm gonna say 1 of 3. I'm gonna say 1 of 3.
Okay, go ahead.
Shane, I'm seeing the board so clearly right now. I just went to the eye doctor. I'm reading the bottom line. I'm reading the bottom line. Easy peasy. They got both spoons over, and I'm still reading it. Can wins. Russell Henley, like the lock of the century, I think.
Wow.
Harris English can win, a winner at this golf course back in 2013. I know some kids weren't even alive during that who are listening to this. And then finally, I guess that means 12-year-olds are listening. Lucas Glover. He's back, and he's going to win. Back for the first time since winning this tournament. Those are my 3 can win.
No overlap. I am shocked. None. No overlap on the picks after I predicted 2 of 3. I got Mr. Sam Burns. I've got Mr. Chris Kirk. Keep the momentum going.
Okay.
Played well last week. Gets into the top 7. You just keep going. Maybe he's on the Ryder Cup team. Maybe he goes full Keegan on everybody and wins a couple times in the playoffs. And I've continued to pick this guy, considering the game where it sits right now. Wyndham Clark as my 3rd and final pick. Do you like those or no?
You've been barking up the Wyndham Clark tree a lot lately.
Always.
And look, you got unlucky last week in that he just withdrew.
Yeah, it's tough.
He tees it up. He tees it up. He probably wins.
Yeah,
we'll never know.
We're not even talking Cam Young at this point.
Exactly.
What was this photo? Is this Lucas Glover just cooling off? Is he just cooling everything off?
Yeah, he was firing off some subtweets, I think. This is kind of the PG version of Robert Garrigus and his swamp ass from many moons ago. That's the all-timer.
By the way, Lucas Glover, truly one of the nicest guys in professional golf when you have a good conversation with him. Very, very, very nice fella. Who is not going to win? Since we said who's going to win, who's not winning this week? Who has no chance? Who might as well WD?
Yeah, someone should ask Rory for his flight number, see if they can catch that jet too. I don't know where he's off to.
What's the tail number? Where are you going? How much is fuel these days?
I've got Ludwig, I've got Hovland, and I've got Colin. Three big names. Zero
final
chance of
one.
winning.
The final name you said, we finally have overlap.
Okay.
I got Hideki not winning. It's just, again, he's playing terrible. I got Colin as well, not going to win. My last can't win. Scotty Scheffler, not winning this week. Sorry, Scotty. You should have stayed home as well. Why are you playing? Home. Why are you playing here?
You know, no matter who wins this week, Scotty Scheffler will be number 1 going into the BMW Championship.
That's right. But your actual pick is who?
Actual pick is Russell Henley. I think he wins by 4.
Wow, Russell Henley by 4. I got Sam Burns is my official pick. Firmly slams the name down into the Ryder Cup discussion after this victory. Now we got to put somebody else that's a veteran in there. My sleeper, who I kind of really like at this number, he's like 80-1 or something, is Brian Harman. Give me a little B Harm right now. Also worth throwing in the Ryder Cup discussion if he wins. We're gonna have 50 Americans on this team. But my sleeper's Brian Harman. Who do you got?
You're going full Agent of Chaos.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
Anyone on the bubble is winning. Mav McNeely is going to win at Caves Valley for all we know. My sleeper is Lucas Glover. Guy's been hitting the cover off the golf ball the past month, and hopefully he has some better pants this year.
Just go dark. Just go with a navy or a black pant. When it's this hot, right? I mean, I know it's going to be warmer on the legs, but you're already going to be hot.
Man, that is, I forgot how bad it was. Do you remember who he beat in that playoff, Shane?
Lucas Glover, no. Who did he beat?
Our guy, PC, Patrick Cantlay.
Did he? Yeah. How was PC's pants looking?
They're tailored nicely. I have some apparel stories for Patrick Cantlay that we can take behind the scenes.
Okay. I like that. Well, those are our official picks. FedEx St. Jude week. We are into the playoffs. What's the plan for you watching playoffs? Do you get dialed in? Are you into it?
Yeah, dialed in. I have I make a lot of bets on the first hole, typically kind of like heads, tails
It's fun.
for NFL. So like bogey or birdie, par for these guys. But yeah, I'll get dialed in. I'm pumped for I feel like the BMW Shane's like always a great tournament.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So I'm pumped for that one next week.
Have you started doing like fantasy football research and stuff like that yet? I feel like we're kind of like a week away from all that beginning.
I think we should do a special pod for it because I need help
Okay.
desperately.
Do we bring somebody in? Like, should we bring in
let's
like an
bring in
insider?
don't you know like Kevin Clark? Isn't he
Yeah.
a big wig?
Yeah, we could bring him in and we could do a little football and we
And
could do a little golf. Yeah, I'll reach out. I'm
Beautiful.
sure he'd love nothing more than to not get paid to come on a show for an hour talking football that he has to talk 51 weeks out of the year. But he does like golf, so we can maybe see. Maybe I'll dangle a free round at my club with that being the reason he comes on. But yeah, should be a good week. I know it's going to be hot, obviously, but I got a little golf plan this week coming off of KFT, so. A couple of qualifiers later this week.
How's the
we'll see
game?
how that goes for the Met Open and stuff. So we'll see about that. And then yeah, I'm looking to dial in on the weekend and see how this goes. But I do like the playoffs. I do like top 50. I hope Spieth plays well. And we'll be back next week talking about the Sam Burns victory.